So Fenix has seriously been working overtime to give us new E-Series lights. And of course the E-Series is the heart of their EDC lineup. And that brings me to the flashlight I'm checking out today. It's the brand new E35 version 3. Let's check it out. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a nice close-up of the Fenix E35 version 3, and let's talk about some of the features. So the body here is made of 6061 T6 aluminum because of course it is. And it has a premium Type 3 hard anodized anti-abrasive finish. It has a max output of 3000 lumens and a max throw of 240 meters. And with that 3000 lumens, it is 3 times as powerful as the previous model, the E35 UE. Let's take a look right down the lens here. That's a Luminus SST70 cool white LED with a lifespan of 50,000 hours. And it has a 98-degree wide angle beam, but you probably already knew that just based on the 240 meter throw. It has 5 lighting modes plus strobe, and everything is controlled right here with this all-metal side switch. That's right, it's a side switch. There is no tail switch here. And speaking of the tail here, we have 4 holes for attachment points. And you can see it's nice and flat straight across there. Perfect if you want to stand it up just like that. And just like all the other E35s, it is IP68 dust and waterproof. And it also has an impact resistance of 1 meter. Now let's take a look at this titanium coated pocket clip right here. Yes, it is a lens down carry, but not exactly a deep pocket carry. There's about 3/4 of an inch right there that'll be sticking up from your pocket. It is charged with a USB-C cable, but there is nowhere to charge it from the outside of the flashlight. No, you have to take the battery out and it's charged directly through the battery. And it has an all-new redesigned body here. You can see it has that anti-slip knurling all around the core of the body here, and also right back here at the tail cap. And just like every Fenix light that I own, it has a limited lifetime guarantee straight from Fenix. Since this is supposed to be an EDC light, what are the dimensions? All right, so the E35 version 3 has a length of 4.65 inches and a diameter of 1.04 inches. And they say it weighs 2.36 ounces without the battery, so let's weigh it with the battery. All right, let's plop it on my scale, see what it comes up with. All right, exactly 5 ounces, and 5 ounces in grams, 140 grams. So I said this 1,000 times, I'm gonna say it again. I really wish they start giving us the weight with the battery in it. And if they're not gonna do that, give us 2 different weights, one without the battery and one with the battery. All right, so now let's take a closer look at this all metal side switch here. So it does have a battery life indicator. Just press it once and it shows the battery life. So solid green is 100 to 85%. If it flashes green, it's 85 to 50%. A solid red light is 50% to 25%, and a flashing red light is 25% to 1%. And since that side switch is protruding a little bit, it does have a lockout feature. So double press it on the side switch there, it should flash twice, now it's locked out. So anytime you press that side switch, it's gonna flash, won't let you activate the flashlight. And to deactivate the lockout, just double press it again and it activates the flashlight. And if you guys have had Fenix flashlights, you're gonna be familiar with the UI here. So the UI is to long press to turn it on and long press to turn it back off. And to activate our modes, long press it to turn it on and just short press to cycle through our 5 modes. So that's eco, low, medium, high, and there's our turbo 3000 lumens. And it does have direct access to strobe. You just have to long press it past the light activation, and there you go, there's our strobe. Now to deactivate strobe, just short press it to get to the modes or long press to turn it off. And it does feature a memory, so if we turn it on, there's turbo. If we turn it back off, turn it back on, it'll go right back to turbo. And before we go over Lumens and Runtime, let's check out this battery. So yeah, it is a 5000 milliamp, 21700, 3.6 volt, 18 watt hour lithium ion battery. And as I mentioned earlier, you charge it with a USB-C right there on the very top of the battery. When it's charging, it'll show red, and when it's fully charged, it'll show blue. And I'm sure if you guys are watching this video, you know this by now, but always make sure the positive is pointing towards the head. And for whatever reason, if you happen to put this in the wrong way, it does have reverse polarity protection. So it won't destroy your flashlight if you accidentally put this in the wrong way. Just don't do that. Put it in the right way, huh? All right, now let's go over lumens and runtime. All right, so let's start with eco. That's 50 lumens, has a runtime of 50 hours, has a max throw of 30 meters, and is 225 candela. Low is 150 lumens, has a 20-hour runtime, has a throw of 50 meters, and an intensity of 625 candela. Medium is 450 lumens, has a runtime of 1.7 hours, has a 90 meter throw, and has an intensity of 2025 candela. High is 1200 lumens, and turbo and high both have asterisks next to the runtime here. So it shows 2 hours and 40 minutes of runtime, 150 meter throw, and 5625 candela. And as you guys already know, turbo is 3000 lumens, has a runtime of 1 hour and 15 minutes, has a 240 meter throw, and has 14,400 candela. Now take a look at this graph here. So turbo at 3000 lumens is represented by this red line here. And you can see shortly after activation, it just takes a big dip. So it looks like it dips to right around 1100 lumens, and that'll last you right under 1.25 hours. But I don't know exactly when it starts to dip, because at the very bottom here, it goes from 0 to 1.25 hours. So when I'm doing the heat test here, you should be able to see that step down, especially after I speed up the footage. So I'll put the exact time when it starts to step down and when the step down ends on the screen right now. So I let the timer run for 2 minutes, and I took the temperature at the head and at the body. And the temperature at the head measured in at 128.4 degrees. And the temperature at the body was 106.8 degrees. All right, so now it's time for the beam test. So let's head outside. Alright guys, as you can see with these 3000 lumens, everything around me was lit up pretty nicely. And even though it has that wide 98-degree wide angle beam, it still had a relatively wide hotspot as well. So anything I directly pointed at lit right up, but I was still able to see everything else around me. And it has a very nice even beam profile too. I can clearly see the outer edge of that beam while I was out there. Just has a nice even beam from side to side, except for that hot spot in the middle. So I'd say overall, this is currently one of the best EDC flashlights that Fenix has out right now. And I'll give you guys a size comparison with the new E28R right here. So if I lay them right on the tail caps, you guys can tell the size difference, maybe not. So if I try to line them up at the bottom, you can see the E35 is slightly longer than the E28R. And then take a look right down the barrel here. They're relatively the same diameter, except the E28R is 1500 lumens and the E35 version 3 is 3000 lumens. But the E28R you can charge from the outside, and the E35 version 3 you can't. So Fenix, let's work on that. Oh, and yeah, give us a tail switch. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of the Fenix E35 version 3? Now if you guys want to check this out for yourself, I will have links below in my description box. No, they are not affiliate links. I do not make a dime if you guys click on them. Maybe someday, but not at this moment. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!